Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Police Accountability Show. Remember, if you watch the Police Accountability Show, you agree to being offended. Also, the Police Accountability Show does not constitute legal advice. Please seek out a lawyer in your local area. And welcome everyone, and I'm Chad Christophers, and welcome to another Police Accountability Show. Our show today is about specialized police training. That's right. Do the police need to be specially trained to deal with certain circumstances? And obviously the answer is yes. The police have been trained to be law enforcers, yes. But have they been trained to be mental health counselors? Have they been trained to deal with domestic disputes? Have they been trained to deal with a junkie having a fit? And a lot of these times the answer is no. A lot of the times these police officers are put into a position where they are doing all these other jobs than really just law enforcement, and that's what they're just trained to do. And that's where, I found this great article from the Chief Police's Association, 1 million officer hours saved with new approach to mental health, right? And that comes down to specialized services. When you have specialized officers, specialized people to deal with all these scenarios, not only are these scenarios going to be dealt with, these problems, these calls are going to be dealt with quicker, they're going to be done a lot better. There's going to be a greater amount of satisfaction, not just from the people who are being serviced and experiencing the service, but also from the officers, because they're going to be properly equipped to deal with people in this situation. And that's going to make their job easier. It's going to make everything easier. And that's where we have to set up as a society, and we need to put the support behind policing our communities correctly, and really having the proper trained people and having specialized people trained to do that is incredibly important right there. And this is an article that is based out of the United Kingdom, but it is still the Chief Police's Association talking about how they saved 1 million officer hours. And that's what it comes down to. If you watch police interactions, I've been watching them for over 10 years now, all the time. And I'll tell you, having someone who's properly trained, you can tell the difference between police interactions. Unfortunately, not many people post good ones to my group, right? Where you had a good experience with an officer. And that is a real problem sometimes with our society, where we don't take the time when someone does do a good job to actually appreciate them for it. Because that is important, right? And definitely something that, I think more people should definitely do. But let's get back to the specialized training. So having a specialized officer to know, and a dispatcher to understand that this is a mental health call, that this is a drug call, that this is a domestic, to determine what kind of call it is, and to send out the appropriately trained officers, and maybe police aren't always the solution to these issues, or training the police, maybe keeping the police more, specialized in the law enforcement part, but including counselors, including social workers, including nurses, including other professionals that can come along with the police and assist. So we can have the police there for law infractions, but as well as we also have the ability to have someone specialized to actually help these people. So when these people do call for help, whether it be emergency help, whether it be police help, they should be getting the services they expect, the services and they need. So that's what we need to do as a society. And how you can help, how you can assist the police in doing that, is to contact your local member of parliament, to contact your local politicians, to support police accountability, to support police training and an increase and proper police budget that allow them to have these specialized units. Because that's when we end up seeing the police, is when everything in our life is going wrong. And do you really want to deal with someone who doesn't understand what they're doing? I mean, just for yourself, from a common sense perspective, do you want to deal with a law enforcer when you're having a mental health issue, when you're having a drug problem? Well, you're having, people aren't perfect. We all have our problems. No one in this world is perfect. And to a greater and to a moral extent, is anyone really innocent? I mean, those are questions as well. But definitely what we could definitely do as a society is have the proper trained people. And you can see this even with the arrest of George Floyd. Having someone there who could properly assess the situation, maybe even have them there to be the cop superior and tell them when they need to apply force. Could be a lot more advantageous, not just from the perspective of, the police part, but from the perspective of community. Then also people will trust the police a lot more, right? We're going to be way more likely to trust the police, to call the police. Why? Because we know that they have specialists. They're not just going to come and kill us. They have specialists that can come and not just arrest people, but they have social workers. They have nurses. They have people who can help these people who are experiencing drug problems, who are experiencing homelessness, people that are having domestic disputes. Having a proper counselor come by and help with these things would be incredibly efficient, not just for the police. It would save us hours and increase everyone's happiness. So the real question is, we can see this solution. The question is, when are we going to do it? So the bottom line is, today, as soon as you can, support any government politician. Hell, write a letter to your local counselor saying, hey, we need specialized services, right? When there's a problem at your house, right? All we know to do is call the police. Doesn't matter what it is, strange sounds. There's a cat stuck in a tree. We need specialized services also so that we can send out a specialized person to that call and not tie up law enforcement with cat calls, not tie up law enforcement with something that could be handled with a counselor. So not only will we save time and money, our services will be better. Our services will be increased and satisfaction will be had by all. And that's what everyone wants, as much satisfaction as possible. Thank you for watching Police Accountability and have a great day.